It caused a famine that killed over 1 million people. It was once feared as poisonous, yet this small vegetable from South America quietly changed the world. This is the story of the potato. High in the Andes Mountains of South America, over 7,000 years ago, indigenous farmers began cultivating a wild plant that would eventually feed the world. The Inca civilization mastered potato farming at extreme altitudes, developing hundreds of varieties suited to different climates and elevations. They even invented a freeze-drying process called chuno, using the cold mountain nights and dry daytime air to preserve potatoes for years at a time. For the Inca, the potato wasn't just food, it was the foundation of an empire that thrived in one of the harshest farming environments on Earth. In the early 1500s, Spanish conquistadors arrived in South America seeking gold and silver. What they found instead, almost by accident, was a humble root vegetable that would prove far more valuable to world history than any treasure they carried home. Spanish ships began transporting potatoes back to Europe, where this strange new plant baffled farmers and scientists alike. It didn't grow from seeds like familiar crops. It grew underground, hidden from view. Europeans had never seen anything quite like it. When the potato first arrived in Europe, it was met with deep suspicion. Because it belonged to the nightshade family, many believed it was poisonous, or even linked to disease and moral corruption. Some regions banned its cultivation outright. Religious leaders warned it wasn't mentioned in the Bible, so it must be unnatural. For over a century, the potato sat largely ignored, ridiculed, or feared, a strange South American import that most Europeans refused to put on their plates. Slowly, attitudes began to shift. Prussian King Frederick the Great recognized the potato's potential to prevent famine and ordered his subjects to grow it, reportedly even posting armed guards around royal potato fields, knowing that curious peasants would assume anything so heavily guarded must be valuable, and steal it to plant themselves. In France, pharmacist Antoine-Augustin Parmentier promoted the potato relentlessly, hosting dinners for the elite featuring potato dishes to prove it was both safe and fashionable. Slowly, kingdom by kingdom, the potato won over a skeptical continent. By the 1700s, the potato had become a staple crop across much of Europe, and its impact was extraordinary. Unlike wheat, potatoes could grow in poor soil, required less land, and produced far more calories per acre. Historians widely credit the potato with fueling a dramatic population boom across Europe during the 18th and 19th centuries. Families that once struggled to feed themselves through lean years suddenly had a reliable, calorie-dense food source. Some regions saw populations double within just a few generations. Nowhere did the potato become more central to survival than in Ireland. By the early 1800s, much of the Irish population depended almost entirely on a single potato variety for their diet. It was an efficient system, until it wasn't. In 1845, a devastating plant disease called potato blight swept across Ireland's fields, destroying crop after crop for several consecutive years. What followed was one of the deadliest famines in modern European history. An estimated 1 million people died from starvation and related disease, and roughly 1 million more emigrated, permanently reshaping Ireland's population and its diaspora across the world. The Irish Potato Famine revealed a dangerous truth: relying too heavily on a single crop variety carries enormous risk. Yet even after this catastrophe, the potato's importance to global agriculture never diminished. If anything, it deepened. Farmers around the world began cultivating diverse potato varieties, learning from Ireland's tragedy. The crop that had nearly destroyed a nation through overdependence would go on to become one of the most vital food sources on the planet. As European empires expanded and global trade networks grew, the potato traveled far beyond its Andean and European roots. It became a staple crop in India, China, and across Asia, adapting to climates its Incan cultivators could never have imagined. Today, China is the largest potato producer in the world, followed closely by India, a remarkable journey for a crop that began in the high Andes and was once dismissed across Europe as poisonous and unfit to eat. In the modern world, the potato is almost impossible to escape. French fries, potato chips, mashed potatoes, vodka. It's estimated that over 1 billion people worldwide eat potatoes as part of their regular diet. Scientists have even studied whether potatoes could be grown on Mars, given their resilience and calorie efficiency, a nod to the same qualities that once made them a lifeline for struggling farmers centuries ago. What started as a wild Andean plant is now one of the 4 most important food crops on Earth. From sacred Incan fields high in the Andes, to royal guards protecting it in Prussia, to a famine that reshaped a nation, to dinner tables on nearly every continent today, the potato's journey is far stranger, and far more consequential, than most people realize. A vegetable once feared as poison ended up feeding empires, fueling population growth, and quietly becoming one of the most important crops in human history. The next time you eat a simple potato, remember, this humble root once changed the world.